African girl got the spice, she got it. Caribbeans, Jamaicans, I got a message. She can be my brown skin queen. Oh, brown skin girl, skin just like pie.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Jerica and this is just Jer. Y'all, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite things to talk about, and that is about our small businesses. So for those of you who do not know, I do have my very own small business. It is called Just Jer Studio, where I basically will hit a little drawing on Procreate. I post all my drawings on the Just Jer Studio Instagram account, so if you do not follow me, you definitely need to do so. And also be sure to check out the website. It is always in the description below. But y'all, so my drawings will start out on Procreate. They typically go on Instagram, and every now and then I will add a few to my website. So on the website, you are able to buy the digital illustrations as physical items. So I do offer posters, frame posters, canvases, t-shirts. Seasonally, sometimes I'll do hoodies, phone cases, stickers. We got like notebooks, planners, like all the good stuff, y'all. We even just added tote bags and backpacks. So if you are someone who's really into artsy things, y'all, please go check out my website. And so I know who is from YouTube on my Just Jer Studio Instagram account, y'all be sure to comment. I'm gonna put the emoji on the screen. Y'all be sure to comment this emoji on your favorite illustration that you said. I know you are from YouTube, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. All right, so I know that like creating content for your small business can sometimes seem a bit overwhelming, because a lot of times if it is your small business, it is something that you are currently doing on the side, part-time. Hopefully, you know, we are working to be full-time business owners, but it can feel very overwhelming. So I'm here to help you kind of break down the process and give you some tips and tricks on how to make sure you are creating quality yet useful content that can resonate with your audience, okay? I mean, filming content, guys, especially short form content for things like TikTok, Instagram, it does not have to be that pressing. Do not stress yourself out for these social media platforms. Like, yes, I know you want it to be perfect, you want it to be great, you want it to reach the people that it needs to reach, but do not stress yourself out. It'll be okay. So my top platforms that I tend to post on video wise would be TikTok and Instagram. Yeah, basically that's like the only two platforms I use to post short form videos. I don't really use YouTube Shorts that often. I might start a little bit, but y'all, everybody knows, y'all know how to use TikTok, y'all know how to use Instagram. So the editing, I don't want to say software, the editing app that I typically use the most when it comes to editing my short form videos is InShot. I feel like a lot of people have heard about it. I feel like you're either like an InShot girly or you're like a CapCut girly, but I feel like CapCut just does a lot. It does a lot. It's not a bad app, but I just feel like InShot is definitely more beginner friendly, so just keep that in mind when you are trying to choose between the two. So I mainly only use InShot and Canva. Y'all, it's 2023. If you have not created a free Canva account by now, I don't even know what you're doing. I don't even know what you're doing. I personally have Canva Pro, so I am able to do a lot more with Canva, like remove the backgrounds and use things like text and images on my videos a lot, but they do have a free version that obviously can't do as much, but I feel like it is a good place to start. So definitely keep that in mind. So we are using InShot and Canva. So when it comes to getting creative with your video ideas, you definitely need to do a little bit of research. I know, I feel like everybody says this, but like it's literally true. You have to research basically your competitors. Research the people that you are trying to aspire to be. See what kind of content they're making, seeing what time they post, how often they post, what kind of things they're including in their videos, their captions, their hashtags, all that kind of stuff. Jot that down, because you know, you gotta fit somewhere in the game, so you gotta know how the players do it, okay? That is definitely my top advice. Do your research. Know what your audience likes as well. So yes, you're gonna do research on your competitors, but you also need to do a little bit of research on your audience, because whoever your target audience is may not like the kind of videos that you personally like. So you need to be trying to create content for that audience. So if I know that my audience is, just for example, guys, like 16 to 25-year-olds, you know where 16 to 25-year-olds be? On social media, on TikTok, you know, mainly, like, let me shorten the gap, 16 to like 18. Where do they hang out? They hang out on TikTok, you know, and you gotta keep in mind things like attention spans, y'all. Nobody has an attention span anymore, so you have to be able to create content that can catch their attention like that, okay? You only got 3 seconds. The first 3 seconds is all you get before they like keep scrolling or click away or whatever the case may be, okay? Make sure in the mix of researching your competitors, you are also finding a bit of inspiration. I'm not saying copy like word from word exactly how they may do things, but try to find like what works for what you're trying to sell to your audience, okay? So if I see someone with like a candle business, you know, doing this little viral TikTok, try to figure out how you can make that work for what you're trying to sell. So for instance, I sell posters, so I would try to recreate the theme of their video to fit the vibes of my video. Yeah, you know, I feel like this is something that I struggle with a lot at the beginning, but finding the best ways to showcase your products can be really difficult. I mean, because I'm just like, well, okay, so sometimes I'm just like, what if they get sick of seeing the same background? What if I feel like there isn't like good lighting? Like my apartment may not have as many windows as I would like, or you know, like the background isn't what I wanted it to be. Create the aesthetic. Okay, I feel like, just based on my personal experience, y'all, people don't really care that you are gonna post the same background every time. Like nobody's thinking that deep. No one's gonna be like, let me not shop with her because she uses the exact same grass wall in every single video. Let me not purchase, let me not follow her. No one is gonna do, nobody cares that much. If you feel like that grass wall is aesthetic, child, use that grass wall. Don't worry about what you don't got. You literally create the aesthetic. If there is a wall or backdrop or background that you would like, and it is something that is not very like feasible in your space, literally create it. It's not that hard, y'all. Buy plain white poster boards. You can put them on the wall for product photos. You can use like your nightstand and use like little things you have around your house to kind of create a vibe, to kind of, you know, bring some interest to your photos. It doesn't have to be complicated. Like literally, you just gotta think about it. Think what is a creative way. I mean, obviously in this way you can kind of switch it up a bit, but y'all, you're gonna get it done. You just gotta create the aesthetic if you feel like the aesthetic is not already there. I've touched on this before, but you need to make sure that when you are filming that there is good lighting, okay? It needs to be clear. I'm not saying that you have to have the best camera, the best iPhone, the best this, the best that. None of that. I'm just saying that it needs to be clear. Like you should not be like shaking in the video. It should not look blurry whatsoever. You know, just make sure you have good lighting. If you are someone that probably cannot film like during the day, y'all better buy a ring light. You better buy one of those little, what's some little lights that everybody been like attaching to their camera in their phone? It's like this big. If there is no way, you make a way, okay? You make a way. It's like I said, it's not that hard, y'all. You just gotta know what to do, how to finesse. All right, so you just make sure that you are able to bring the quality, provide the quality, okay? It's not always just about the cameras and stuff like that. Just do what you can. Just do the best you can to give yourself the best chance, okay? Please do not shoot a photo of your product in the dark. Please do not do that. Please do not. We can't see it. We don't know what you're selling. We can't see it. No. So getting into filming, I only film with well, I can't show y'all the camera because y'all are on the camera. So I filmed with this, what does it say? This Canon G7X. I know a bunch of creators use this, especially for vlogging, but I do basically all my short form videos on this camera that you're looking at me on. Quality's pretty good. I love the way that the light just kind of like adjusts itself. It literally like finds my face and focuses everywhere. Look how fast it can focus. Okay, it's focused on my hand. Boom, right back to me. So that's one thing I do love about this camera, but the quality, pretty good. Another secondary item, I don't always do this, I try to avoid this actually, but is my iPhone. And y'all, I don't even have nowhere near the newest iPhone. I think this is like an 11. She's still hanging in there pretty strong, so I have no complaints. iPhone 11, Canon G7X. So yeah, that's basically it. Like I'm saying, you don't need to go out and buy a freaking, I have a big camera. So this is like my actual camera. It's a Nikon. I've had this camera for a while. This is what I would consider like my photography camera, but y'all, there's no way I would ever feel like pulling this big old thing out. But yeah, I mean, I can't even lie and say that I do that, because I know I don't do that. Fasten it back up. I'm really like short, sweet, easy. Like, we don't need to be doing too much. We just gotta get the point across. But if you are someone who wants to be very precise and very particular, maybe you should invest in a photography camera, honestly. I got that one as a gift when I was like little too, so yeah. All right, so the last thing we're gonna get into to help you film, edit, and now we're at the posting stage. I know everyone has heard of SEO, search engine optimization. It's like real. I'm not really sure when it got so real that it jumped its way into social media, but it is like a real thing, y'all. It's not just websites, it's on social media pages. If you want your videos, your product photos, whatever you got, to literally touch the surface of whoever needs to be seeing your video, you gotta know how to do SEO. You really do. I would say, you know, look into it a little bit more, especially for your niche, but just to quickly go over it, y'all, them titles. Yes, your video titles matter. You can't just put things that have nothing to do with anything on the screen and expect it to get pushed out to the right people. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. But not only your titles, you need to focus on your text that you use in the video. Very important as well, because how is the algorithm gonna know what your video is about to even know who to push it out in front of if you don't put anything in there? And if it is a video that you feel like, I'm really gonna put y'all on here. If it is a video that you don't want the text to see, type the text, make it really small, and slide that bitty off the screen. The algorithm will still pick it up, but just push it off the screen. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. Literally, no one's gonna know, okay? So we got our titles, our video text. Now you need to be worried about those captions. Keywords in the captions for sure. It really helps if the keywords match what is seen in the videos. Kind of use like that first line of text to really talk about what the video encompasses. Encompass. So nice. I wouldn't worry too much about hashtags. Hashtags are kind of losing the sauce a bit, so don't stress yourself too much about hashtags. I find myself using like less and less hashtags, like the more that I'm posting nowadays. I feel like I used to do like a bunch, but now I do like really no more than like 6. I try to, unless I just really have a lot I want to try to put into that video. But other than that, it's really, I wouldn't worry too much about hashtags right now. But yeah, hopefully guys, that is all helpful information for you, especially if you are a beginner. This is very beginner. This is honestly the steps and things you need to think about before you even decide to pick up the camera and film the content for your small business. We want the content to get to the right people. So we need to make sure we are taking the right steps to make sure people are stopping to scroll and actually care about what you're talking about enough to like read the caption, the description or whatever, to then click on your link so that they shop your online store or whatever you got going on. So yeah, these are just some things to keep in mind. Y'all, I hope this video was really helpful for someone. Y'all comment below what you think. Comment if you would like a few more tips and tricks. So I feel like I got a whole bunch of tips, whole bunch of tricks up my sleeve. So y'all just let me know. Let me know what you need and I will provide, okay? I'm out of breath. Y'all, thank you so much for watching today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Let me say, brown skin girl, don't you know you're beautiful? Yeah, melanin just so instructable.